words, Brian Cage, but now he's a different man. He's off the leash here. He's doing his own thing. Again, recently took to the streets of Vegas, seeking out John Moxley. Took him on in a confrontation. Now looking to bigger and better things here. And what better way to get momentum going here for whatever's next in life than a victory over former UFC competitor, Filthy Tom Lawlor.
And former MLW World Heavyweight Champion. But you're right, Filthy Tom Lawlor from his time in the UFC. A record of 10-6, 8 stoppages. 4 of them by way of submission. So Filthy Tom.
Filthy Tom is cleaned up a little bit here. Nice new haircut.
And shaved that beard off too. Now this is what I was. This is much slower, obviously, than what we saw last time we were here against Ridgeway. I felt that the two of them zipped around the ring pretty well, but a very simple, old-school grappling style. I mean, look at this. This is incredible stuff.
You know, and that's the thing, Rich. It's a very, we've seen a lot of lucha action here tonight, and then there's wonderful, and there's a place for that, but what we're going to see here right now is we are going to see 2 wrestlers, 2 athletes here. They're going to try to find every little nook and cranny, every little ability to try to work their opponent down. We're going to see the legs get worked. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of arm holds and neck holds here. And again, you can see Tom Lawlor here taking position, and this is still pro wrestling. You get to the ropes, the holds have got to be broken. It's not like you're in an octagon here.
And what were you saying about about Killer Kross's match with Bloodsport?
Bloodsport, yeah, he took on Davey Boy Smith Jr. in one of the most talked about matches coming out of WrestleMania weekend. Just a very physical, brutal confrontation there. Davey Boy Smith coming out on top. But of course, Davey Boy Smith, one of the best pure athletes on the entire planet here. But you get into a ring like that with a guy like Davey Boy Smith, you get pushed to your limits there, you come up just short, you come out on the other side a little bit better than you did the time before.
Spinning heel kick by Filthy Tom.
Taking a picture here of pro wrestling with that kick there from Filthy Tom.
He's adapted quite well to the ring, hasn't he?
Yeah, and look, acting like another tactician here from the world of pro wrestling. Bret Hart looks like he's going for the sharpshooter right in the middle of the ring. Excellent position here.
Legs cloverleafed. And Filthy Tom.
And this is where you can see him look at that. The way he pushed back his ankle there so that the tips of his toes pressing right up against his chest. And
slipped out.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
I was half thinking that Tom was going to take the left knee and put it into the back to keep Killer Kross in place. And now Kross reaching out, trying to grab hold of the bottom rope.
I used to go to Texas. I used to go to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo down in Texas, and I've seen cattle tied up that way.
You just went for the mutton busting.
I do like a good mutton.
Filthy Tom Lawlor. Again out, extending the hand.
A sign of respect here. Now, if I'm Kross, I'm questioning this. Tom Lawlor wants to be such a good guy, not in the ring. There are no friends here.
You just mentioned Davey Boy Smith Jr. Had a fantastic match recently in Major League Wrestling against Timothy Thatcher.
I saw that.
It's got a lot of praise.
Yeah, I saw that match. That was a very. This is my style. I like watching 2 big, brutal men go in there and try to tie each other up in knots. And look at this right now. Filthy Tom Lawlor throwing some blows too. Good for him. Get it in there. This is how you're going to tenderize that meat, put him on the ground, and get him ready for the slaughter.
Filthy Tom teaming up with the Von Erichs coming up in Dallas.
Huge match. Their dad, Kevin Von Erich, coming in for that one.
Yeah, we'll be ringside for that. Dallas, Texas on September the 7th against Contra Union. Right now it is Killer Kross and Filthy Tom Lawlor. Killer Kross 6'4", 249.
Big boy. And look at that big boy. Moving around like he's nothing, Rich.
He's got a little bit of size on Lawlor. About 2 inches or so, and give him about 35 pounds.
And a big kick there from Killer Kross.
Beautiful suplex, float over into the cover. Keeps hold of the arm and into the arm breaker.
And another submission. You're gonna see a lot of that here. Power move, ground, pound, 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 get him down, grab a limb, work that limb.
See the way that he's able to keep control of the arm.
Well, Filthy Tom right now trying to prevent Killer Kross from getting the full extension on the arm, and now he's tied him up in his own little knot, and it's
what a
Filthy
counter.
Tom. Filthy Tom going for that arm bar. And look, Killer Kross using the same tactic there to try to avoid his arm getting completely extended, clasping his hands together there. That's all really you can do in that situation while you roll around.
But did you see what Filthy Tom did? Is now Kross able to reach out and get the foot on the bottom rope. Filthy Tom, instead of just trying to pry the arms free, said, the heck with that, just started pounding away at the knuckles, and that'll leave your fingers numb.
You know, and here's the thing about Filthy Tom. Filthy Tom had surgery about 2 years ago.
Wait a minute here, exploder suplex and Killer Kross.
Woke him up?
You think it did?
I don't know, he seems pretty alert here as he comes to his feet.
Oh! I think you're right.
Yeah, Filthy Tom should have seen that. You know, I get it. You put a lot of punishment on a normal human being and they're going to stay down. But Killer Kross is not a normal human being, Rich. I know he's got some blood here on his chin right now. Killer Kross been busted open here, it looks like. Maybe popped one of his teeth on the bottom. And, ooh! Filthy Tom on his back here, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's at a disadvantage. A lot you can do here. But wait, Killer Kross grabbing that ankle.
Twisting.
Shades at Kurt Angle.
Has control with the bottom arm, using the top arm, the left arm to apply the pressure and twist the toe the opposite way. Filthy Tom thought he grabbed the rope.
Yeah, grabbed that rope. Almost, well, didn't. He got his fingertips on it, was able to grab it. The referee didn't call it. Kross dragged him back to the middle of the ring. And now Filthy Tom, oh!
Kross steps right into the sternum.
And look at that face of dominance right there. Now this is good that he's got Tom Lawlor down right now. Obviously, it's going to help him take control, and a couple big blows never hurt. But like I was going to bring up earlier, Filthy Tom Lawlor had surgery about 2 years ago on his right forearm. He had a big steel plate dropped in there. And if he's able to, you know, and it's pro wrestling here right now, if he's able to get the right angle, you could be getting a big metal bat get slammed against your knuckles or your leg there when he's trying to break up a hold you got on him.
Filthy Tom, fireman's carry. Don't ever question Tom's strength. Airplane spin. Death Valley driver by Lawlor, but does he have enough to roll over into a cover?
He's got to get up. He's got to take advantage of it. You know, you see that big helicopter spin he did there right just a second ago, and you say, oh, what a fun thing he just did. It's not just a fun thing, Rich. It's a way to discombobulate your opponent. It's a way to take them down. Make them feel like they don't know where they are. They're all dizzy. Makes them easier to grab and assault.
Both men need to be up by 10. Killer Kross uses the 7 count, pops right back up, and there's Filthy Tom laying in the strikes. Oh! Quickly answered by Killer Kross. Filthy Tom again, back to his feet, pounding, kicking, striking, and Killer Kross with a forearm. Oh, and what a chop!
You know,
Filthy Tom right back up. The governor's been pulled off. Oh, and a German suplex by Lawlor.
You know, this match has really surprised me, Rich. And here we go. Wait, Filthy Tom going for that rear naked choke right now. He's put a lot of men away with this one. Slowly you start to feel your throat collapse in. It becomes harder to breathe. You're using so much energy to try to work your way out of it. And Kross giving the big middle finger salute there to the referee as he asks him if he's gonna give up. And Tom having to reposition himself. The neck muscles there of Killer Kross so big. The referee, one more drop, and I believe, oh, that's the second. One more drop here. Nope, Kross here. That wasn't a drop. He had control when he put his hand down.
Oh, well, the official was right there, could tell that Kross was still able to fight. Belly to back suplex, and Killer Kross misses with the kick. A staggering Lawlor into the rear naked choke.
And it was that half-second stutter step that I think put him in position to get that in.
Again with the suplex. Killer Kross into the cover. Legs are halted. Did he get him?
Barely a kick out there. I don't even know if that was Tom Lawlor knowing it or just a muscle reflex. Kind of spasmed like a fish on a deck. And where does Killer Kross go from here? Oh, look at that! The triangle choke out of nowhere here. And Killer Kross caught the anaconda squeeze.
Filthy Tom mindful to keep the right shoulder off the mat.
Yeah,
referee in great position.
You don't want to accidentally get pinned here.
Deadlift. Power bomb by Kross. Kross. Jackknife into the cover, and that's it.
What a contest. Killer Kross here, showing why he is.
Your winner of the match, Killer Kross!
Like I was saying, Killer Kross here, showing why he is such a rising star in the world of professional wrestling right now, why so many individuals seeking him out to compete on their shows, to compete against them, put him on the map. Killer Kross, a bit of a star maker these days.
Both men bowing to each other. Sign of respect. Incredible grappling contest here tonight in Chicago.
Let's stop talking about it and let's be about it, Will Ospreay! Stop talking about it! Let's finally, for the first time ever, do this! You, me! Will Ospreay versus Blake Christian for the...
In the Chicagoland area forced us inside. Luckily, I believe everybody has their shots, and we're trying to be safe as we can be. And some incredible action here tonight as Adonis locks up with Jay White.
Yeah, and Adonis quick to take Jay White to the mat. Very impressive here that he has got positioned so quickly on Jay White. You know, leader of the Bullet Club.
Is that a question?
No, well, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, there's been so much turmoil, you know, recently, especially with the guys over here at AEW, you know, the claiming to be a Bullet Club still, you know, the elite guys. A lot of friction there. You see what Tom Matanga's saying on Twitter right now about how they're not really Bullet Club. These guys are really Bullet Club. It's a very confusing time right now. But all I know is that the 28-year-old Jay White, he is in the zone right now, so to speak.
I want to mention that I have not received an update, a further update, I should say, on the status of Aramis, the Lucha champion here at Warrior Wrestling, injured in a successful title defense earlier tonight, was helped to the back, and I know he was being tended to by the medics. I've sent out a couple texts, have not gotten a response, but keep track of Warrior Wrestling online, warriorwrestling.net, as well as on social media for any updates to the condition of Aramis.
And Jay White here just all over Sam Adonis like white on rice, just not giving him room to breathe at the moment, dragging him around by what's left of his little mohawk ponytail there, and just really trying to embarrass Sam Adonis in front of these fans that really love him so much. And now Sam Adonis really getting it in, throwing Jay White repeatedly head first into that top turnbuckle, and looked to squash him in the corner, but Jay White able to get out of the way. And Sam Adonis interlocking his fingers at Jay's. It looks like he's gonna do a little tightrope walking. Jay, or Rich.
And a neck breaker off the top, and Adonis trying to put Jay White down for the count, a kick out of two, and White rolling under the bottom rope to the outside. After that, he'll catch his breath.
That's smart. Jay White knows how to deal with a big brute like Sam Adonis. You gotta set the pace. Don't sit in there and just let him wallop you and be all over you.
I feel like every time we see Sam Adonis, we mention the fact that
What'd you call him, a big brute?
The big brute, look at him.
He is a big brute. He's much bigger than you look at him, he doesn't look that big. I believe he's 6'6", is he not?
He is 6'6", he's like 230 pounds. He is broad-chested. He is a massive human being is what Sam Adonis is. I'm sorry, 250 pounds is what Sam Adonis comes in here, 6'4".
So we gave him 2 inches and a couple pounds, but nonetheless.
We call that pro wrestling math.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Big uppercut there by Adonis.
And just really going in, and you can see how Sam really does here tower over the much more svelte, trim, athletic Jay White.
You know, something we haven't mentioned, all the wonderful tights that, oh, look out. Look out, Adonis dumped to the outside. I was gonna say Sam Adonis always with some unique tights when he comes to the ring, and I'm not quite sure what the design is on that one, but we've seen some eye-popping stuff or some eye-raising stuff perhaps in the past.
And you know, I talk about Jay White, and you know, again, Jay White is just an incredible athlete, the best pro wrestler in the world in my opinion. And look at that, using the ring. We had seen some exposed boards there on the side of the ring rip up.
Yeah, who was that earlier on? That was
it was Marco Stunt,
right?
Stunt
Yeah.
had his back ripped up by those boards on the side of the ring there,
That's
and
right.
you could see Jay White just ramming Sam Adonis repeatedly into those wooden boards right on the edge of that ring apron there. And you know, we talk about Jay White, you know, obviously the IWGP Never Openweight champion, found a lot of success, lead the Bullet Club, but Sam Adonis here, wait real quick, a little lazy there by Jay, but I get why he was going for the pinfall, you know, why not, try to put this thing away. But Sam Adonis here recently victorious at Triple Mania, the biggest show of the year down at AAA, tagging with DMT Azul and Puma King to take out Chessman, Murder Clown, and Pagano. Finding a lot of success down in Mexico recently as Sam Adonis, but not looking too successful here as Switchblade Jay White riding him like a little pony.
Sam Adonis, of course, has made his name in Mexico, oddly enough. And we talk about this before all the time. When does Sam Adonis finally get the recognition he deserves in the United States?
Well, that's a great question. You know, he did recently debut for the NWA, which is finding a little traction at the moment. Ric Flair about to appear at their 73rd anniversary show. And look at Jay White here, just smashing away, stomping Adonis like a bug.
Twisting up the legs and
keeping the big man down here with the submission hold, really just applying a ton of pressure.
Oh no.
Oh, he's gonna try to pop his knee out of the socket.
Oh boy,
Don't do it, Jay. You know what, do it, Jay. Pop this man's knee out of his socket. Show him why you're the Switchblade.
Oh, Adonis in trouble, look out now. Adonis inching towards the bottom rope, but can he get there? He's got all of White's weight on his back.
Yes, Jay White here.
Not to mention the legs tied up.
Yeah, and I was going to say, what an incredible job here he's done. Tying up the legs of Sam Adonis, and he pulling at the nose. Come on, little piggy, I think is what Jay White's saying here right now, and giving him that snout look over on Sam Adonis. And Sam Adonis here, flexing his teeth, really trying to probably just keep the blood flowing right now. And Jay White is 100% in control of this rodeo at the moment. And Sam Adonis with a couple desperation punches and knees.
Knee to the gut, but a rake to the eyes by Jay White, quickly turning things around.
Well, that's what you got to do. That's why Jay White's the best. That's why he stays on top. Can he wrestle? Yeah, but does he know the little shortcuts to stay ahead? You better believe it. That's the Switchblade Jay White right there.
Oh, God.
Ooh, like a sledgehammer. That's how you break ground right there.
Uh-oh. Oh, big sidewalk slam.
And
Sam Adonis. Oh, go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, I was going to say the last time we saw Sam Adonis, of course, was in action against Matt Cardona.
That's right.
The new GCW champion. Sam Adonis taking on lots of champions here at Warrior Wrestling.
Adonis trying to fire back up.
And beautiful takedown there. Jay White goes into the pinfall. Nearly got it.
Yeah, planted him with the STO.
Think about how much that would mean for Sam Adonis to pick up a victory over Jay White right now. You know, we talk about Sam Adonis struggling to break out here in the States as well as he's done internationally. You want to make a name for yourself, beat Jay White, right? That seems like a pretty quick way to get some headlines on the old sheets.
Adonis again going up to the top rope, little tightrope walking, oh man.
A little nutcracker action there. A little early for the holidays, in my opinion.
White favoring his left shoulder and neck area.
Well, look at that. Now something for Sam Adonis to take note of, and maybe something Jay White shouldn't be bringing attention to, especially when you're in the ring with one of the top international performers like Sam Adonis, and Jay White, house of fire into the corner, delivering that uppercut, and now drilling with that spinning suplex into the mat.
Adonis out at 2.5.
I thought that might be all. Jay White here bringing all he's got to Sam Adonis at Warrior Wrestling tonight. Marion Catholic High School, Chicago Heights.
We still have a main event on the way as well.
Oh, we do indeed. Yeah, you're watching the Switchblade Jay White take on international sensation Sam Adonis right now. But up next, our main event for the Warrior Wrestling Championship. Jake Something going to challenge our current champion, Trey Miguel. Don't forget, of course, now that contenders medallion hanging over everybody's head. Rich?
Yeah, Casey Navarro winning that just a short time ago here tonight. Oh, and a big boot by Sam Adonis. Wow! Adonis trying to rally the crowd behind him.
And you could see that intensity in Adonis's face right now. He knows he can do this. 4-7, 4 victories, 7 losses, and he's going up top. He's going big to put another victory up on the board here tonight, but Jay White out of the way.
This with the clothesline Saito suplex delivered by White. And Adonis quickly back to his feet. What a clothesline! Desperation move there by Adonis.
Using his strength, using his size, using that energy, that momentum, going right up underneath that chin. Oh no, and the referee starting the 10 count. The last thing Sam wants is another no contest here at Warrior Wrestling. And head to head here.
Both men back up.
They're trying to get back up. Jay White the first to his feet, Sam right behind him.
Forearm smash to the jaw. And it is Adonis. Whoa, wait a minute. White answers back. Adonis with another.
And you see Jay White here reach back, throw a big blow of his own, but Adonis not going blow for blow anymore. He's throwing 5 in a row.
Missed with the right hand that time, and oh God, the elbow caught Adonis. And Adonis tumbling out of the ring. I think he bowled over our photographer Baz, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, Baz, get out of there. You're not a war photographer. Give yourself a little space here.
Look out for Jay White. Slides under. Adonis now diving through. Big senton.
Cannonball right through. Jay White on the outside, and both men down. The referee checking on them.
No padding on that floor. That is a hardwood basketball floor.
And the fans here once again chanting on Adonis, who has won over the Chicago faithful.
.50-50 split here for both Adonis and Switchblade J1.
Planting.
Michinoku driver.
Yeah, right there. This could be
Adonis to put it away for the, would you call it an upset? I guess perhaps, right?
If Sam Adonis could pull off a victory over Jay White here, I would call that more than an upset. I would call that a miracle. And Sam Adonis here calling for that 450. And if he hits it, if he can take all 250 pounds of that frame and drop it across the chest of Jay White, here he goes!
450 splash! Cover!
Oh! Wow, my God, Jay White able to kick out, and Sam Adonis going for the throat slash. Back up top he goes!
Adonis from the top, and this time nobody's home.
Jay White able to get, he's looking for the Blade Runner here possibly. No, he did come from behind, but dropped him instead on the back of his head with a side suplex. And Jay White now has Sam Adonis down, but he's clutching his ribs. He's not 100% right now, Rich. And he's calling for it here. The Sling Blade, the Blade Runner, and he hits it. The Blade Runner.
Cover. Jay White puts Adonis away with the Blade Runner. That's all.
about it, and let's be about it, Will Ospreay! Stop talking about it! Let's finally, for the first time ever, do this, you, me! Will Ospreay versus Blake Christian for the...
Nick, this crowd, the entire building, the entirety of this crowd rose to their feet minutes before Suzuki even made his way out from the locker room.
I got on my feet, Rich. I mean, I've been sitting here quietly just trying to take in this moment because it is so huge for a guy of Suzuki's stature who has done so many things. I mean, we're talking a former IWGP Intercontinental Champion, never open weight champion. I mean, this is one of the men who co-founded Pancreas, which is considered to be the origins of MMA as we know it, Suzuki has. So,
Tom Lawlor.
Oh, Suzuki's like, no, that's fine.
You see this?
Yeah!
I'll move closer to you.
Come on, and now that's the thing is he's in the seated position and he's trying to bring Lawlor in. Lawlor doesn't know what to make of him. Oh, look, Suzuki got him tied up at the ankle, brought him down. And that's what I'm saying, Rich.
Lawlor grabbing hold of the bottom rope to break the hold. This could be a technical masterpiece tonight.
Bas Rutten, Ken Shamrock, Josh Barnett. These are men that have sat under the learning tree of Minoru Suzuki. You know, one of the greatest technical grapplers of this and any era.
I mean, you mentioned it, one of the best fighters in the world, the second king of Pancrase. He's got a million ways that he can tie you up.
Yeah, and you know, those head scissors, chin locks, you know, he does a lot of that stuff to grab you and grind you, and a lot of wrestlers would take a move like that and quickly move to the next one. He uses moves like head scissors like that to reposition your body, to open up little nooks that he can play with it and manipulate just like that.
Oh, I got a cross arm breaker.
Just like that.
Well, nice counter by Lawlor. And now it is Lawlor going after Suzuki's arm.
You know, one of my favorite shows of the year every year, WrestleMania weekend, Bloodsport. And Giddy, I watched Suzuki take on Josh Barnett at that show, and it's art. This is art. What we're watching right here, right now. Two men of this level going in there and allowing their bodies to violently be manipulated like this.
And Suzuki is going to roll out into the bottom rope there. He's trying to get some feeling back in his left arm and his left hand. You know, think back a while back, the match that Lawlor had against, was it Chris Ridgway at Warrior Wrestling 5?
Yep.
That was another technical masterpiece. And oh my God!
And there it is, going to that arm breaker again.
Rope hung arm breaker. And now it is the right arm of Tom Lawlor that's, Lawlor right into the barricade. I think Suzuki wants to try and damage. Oh, he wants to damage both arms.
Oh, Rich.
My God.
And here's the thing about Tom Lawlor, too. I believe that is the arm that he had surgery on about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, where there is a steel plate in his arm from that surgery. And Suzuki now with a weapon in hand. Don't want to get yourself disqualified. And the ref's going to allow it. You tell Suzuki he's disqualified.
Yeah.
Look, there shouldn't be any restraints here. These are two of the most dangerous men on the planet. Let them go. And you think about how dangerous these men are inside the ring, Rich. Now we're outside the ring. Big headbutt. And Tom Lawlor throwing himself at Suzuki there, but
That's he doesn't know what else to do.
I mean, you know, but that's the tenacity you've got from a guy like filthy Tom Lawlor. But it's a testament to Minoru Suzuki, who knows how to go toe-to-toe with a wrestler, a technical grappler of Tom Lawlor's caliber. And look at that, just disrespect from Suzuki, slapping him around. Oh, you think you're a big UFC fighter? Come on, hit me. Show me what you got.
Offers himself up.
Oh, okay, all right. Nice little smug smile there from Suzuki.
Oh!
Overhand chop. That's not a knife edge chop. That's an overhand. Oh, okay. A little bit of a off balance, off kilter there from Suzuki. Oh no.
Oh!
And that is that veteran prowess right there of Suzuki taking advantage.
These two trading shots back and forth.
Like a game of Red Rover with fists.
Filthy Tom Lawlor with the right hands. Minoru Suzuki winded up. Oh my God.
You notice how he took a second to figure out where he wanted that to land.
Yep.
You know, he wasn't throwing like a wild punch, lined it up.
Oh, that was precision all the way. Laser focused. Oh. Oh. To your point, again.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing is there's no wasted movement with Minoru Suzuki. And Tom Lawlor to his knees just off of a big punch there from Suzuki. And now he grabbed it. Shades of what we saw earlier in the bout with Suzuki taking Lawlor from the seating position.
Suzuki had Lawlor's hair, and now Lawlor laying in the strikes.
And Suzuki just barely shaking here.
Spinning
off
heel
his feet.
kick. And Lawlor. Oh! Belly to back suplex, cover. Not enough.
It's going to take more than that to put away Minoru Suzuki here tonight at Warrior Wrestling, Marion Catholic High School. Hashtag Warrior7 if you're watching this match. You want to let the world know what you're thinking right now. Let us know what you're thinking as you're taking in this epic collision course. And nice front headlock there from Suzuki, cutting off that windpipe of Tom Lawlor.
Lawlor able to counter. Oh! Falcon Arrow. Little bit of trouble getting into the cover, and that allows Suzuki to power out.
And that to me looked like the first time Suzuki had been shaken really the whole bout. You know, it was a full 2 count, almost a 3. You know, clearing his eyes, clearing his head out there as he was coming to his feet. Still not fully to his feet. Look at that. Kicking to his feet. Fell back over.
Enjoys doling it out, huh?
No kidding, man. I've never seen a man more happy to be violent.
Oh, running kick. He's got that almost kind of evil smile on his face, does Suzuki. Oh. Oh.
You know, to put the put this into consideration, Rich. When did Tom Lawlor start pro wrestling? 3, 4, 5 years ago?
Yep.
Minoru Suzuki made his New Japan Pro Wrestling debut in 1988.
Yep.
88!
You know, I was thinking what Suzuki has in experience, though. He also has that, is it a disadvantage in age? You tell me.
That's the thing we're going to find out here. I definitely think it plays to Suzuki's favor to keep this match short, right? The longer this match goes, I think that plays into a young man's hand, right? I just have to believe that. And look at Suzuki now.
Oh, boy. Listen to this place erupt.
Wild punches there. And Lawlor now. Flurry of offense. You got to stop, though. You got to stop these trading shots. Stay on him.
Yeah, Lawlor kind of let up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't understand that, Rich. That's an interesting game he's playing with Suzuki here.
Maybe let the old man tire himself out.
That's true. He can punch and punch and punch, and then you can just nudge him and he'll fall over. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, but do you want to absorb punches from a guy like this?
Not like that.
I don't care how old he is.
I mean, look, he fell there like his neck had been snapped. That was a decisive fall right to the mat there.
That's how hard he got hit. Did you see his head snap sideways? Lawlor dodges that one.
Wow, I felt that over here. How hard those men hit the ring.
2 count.
I mean, we're a good 20, 25 feet away, and I feel like I felt that under my feet. And Tom Lawlor now calling for the submission.
Gonna go for the rear naked choke, and he's got it. Oh, no, I thought he had it. No. Now he's got it.
And he's got to get on his back. He's got to pull Suzuki to the ground. He's got to keep him away from those ropes. Drop him right in the middle, and don't let go. This is not a time to try to prove yourself by letting this man up and go back and forth.
Lawlor trying to shift his weight backwards and get Suzuki away from the ropes.
You can see Suzuki trying so hard. He's low to the ground right now, and he did it. He managed to get to those ropes, and Lawlor forced to break it up.
If you're wondering, Minoru Suzuki, 51 years old. Oh, and now he's got it locked in. Suzuki with the rear naked choke down to the mat. Lawlor able to roll through.
And that's where you want to have him, Tom. Oh, wait. Suzuki now. He's the one getting behind him.
Trading submission holds.
Both men have been able to keep the other right there in the middle of the ring where you want to keep him. You don't want to allow him to get to the ropes. And Suzuki here just looks like he's taking a walk in a park, so casual.
Lawlor's a little glassy-eyed. And Suzuki with encouragement from the fans here in Chicago. Oh, wow! Suzuki into the cover. Pile driver puts Lawlor away.
And that was everything I could hope for and more, Rich. Hard-hitting, technical classic, and a legend in Minoru Suzuki here.
Whoa! Uh-oh.
And he's going after the ref!
Let's stop talking about it and let's be about it, Will Ospreay! Stop talking about it! Let's finally, for the first time ever, do this! You, me! Will Ospreay versus Blake Christian for the...
Romero, ladies and gentlemen, returning to Warrior Wrestling. You've seen him here in action before, alongside Will Ospreay, as we saw Team Chaos take on the Rascals almost 2 years to the day here at Warrior Wrestling. And yeah, he's set to do a battle with Casey Navarro, one of the hottest young wrestlers, really just in all of professional wrestling right now. Rich was asking me to explain what that medallion is that he was bringing to the ring. That's the Contenders medallion. He won that in a six-man match against Alan Angels, Brian Cage, Chandler Hopkins, Dante Martin, and TJP. And what that medallion means is that he's going to be able to cash in a title opportunity anytime he feels it is appropriate. So it could be later tonight, it could be next show, it could be a year from now. As long as he's got that Contenders medallion, he's got a guaranteed shot at any title, the Warrior title, the Lucha Championship, whatever it may be. And that Contenders medallion, by the way, not on the line here, as he takes on Rocky Romero. Casey Navarro going up for one more bit of adulation. Almost some boos here from the fans. Few boos here in the house here tonight for Casey.
You know, I'm just waiting for one of these two to take advantage of the mugging for the crowd.
Yeah, you would think that one of them would eventually. I would think it's the king of sneaky style, Rocky Romero. You know, that's where my mind would go, but no guarantees.
Casey Navarro captured that #1 contender medallion back on August the 21st of this year. His 4th match here at Warrior Wrestling.
And this is actually the 3rd time.
Fifth match, I should say.
This is actually the third match in a row featuring a wrestler from Ring of Honor's Final Battle. Rocky Romero teaming up with Violence Unlimited in an actual and a winning effort last night against EC3, Eli Esom, Taylor Rust, and Tracy Williams.
Navarro with a nice headlock takeover there. Casey with wins over Cole Radrick. And of course that 6-way scramble matchup. Last event came up just short in a match against Alex Shelley. And also had a pretty exciting matchup against Dante Martin over the summer.
Well, the wind is at Rocky Romero's back at the moment. Most recently, fans saw Rocky on AEW TV. He teamed up with Chuck Taylor to take on the Young Bucks. Unfortunately, wasn't able to pull it out there. And recently announced that Trent's mom, Sue, a member of Chaos. I really enjoyed that.
Rocky Romero, one of the trainers in the New Japan LA dojo.
And beautiful transition here from Rocky Romero, keeping KC firmly planted on the ground, trying to keep both those shoulders on the mat as well. And a little tribute there to Eddie Guerrero maybe from Rocky Romero, a little shimmy.
You get the sense that Romero is another one of those guys whose best is yet to come.
Oh, I think so. I mean, you know, with all the experience, you'd think Rocky Romero was like Chris Jericho, well into his 50s. No, Rocky Romero, 39 years old, and not just looked at as a great in-ring technician and wrestler, but a guy that has given so much back to so many young talents. He's been responsible for training, opening doors. I mean, in many ways, I think Rocky Romero, I think he is the forbidden door. I mean, he's the one making these deals.
Certainly, yeah, he really is for little inside baseball. I mean, Rocky has a lot to do with New Japan and a lot of the opportunities, especially for New Japan's U.S. operation. I mean, Rocky he's kind of the point man.
He is, he really is. And you know, he's worked with other companies like MLW, Impact Wrestling. And now you see, you know, a bit of, it looked like it was going to be some friendly, you know, jaw-jacking here, a handshake and some words exchanged. But it looks like somebody said something to get under the other's skin, because Rocky Romero looks like he wants to really lay it in to Casey Navarro.
Yeah, he's winding up.
KC managed to dodge the truck.
Oh, well, what's that about sneaky style?
There it is. That's what it's all about. That's what sneaky style is all about. That veteran presence there. And, you know, really that's what's going to have to be what helps Rocky win out here. I mean, physically, these two are just almost identical. Very similar height, very similar build. Even their styles kind of very similar.
Casey Navarro, speaking of Major League Wrestling, it's really caught fire over there. Navarro recently got into it with Enzo, of all people.
Hey. If there's one person that everybody wants to punch in the face, I think it's Enzo.
That is true. Here comes Navarro, low dive. And Romero right into the guardrail. I'll say this about Enzo. He's humbled a little bit.
Oh, sure.
Had a chance to talk to him at MLW recently, and when he got into it with Navarro.
Oh, please, baby Enzo to me. I love that.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing. What did I say?
I don't know. I really don't know. I missed what you just said.
I was commenting on how you're trying to warm us all up to Enzo.
Well,
Is that what this is all about?
no, it's really not. But I was impressed by his demeanor.
Okay.
And the knock on Enzo was always he didn't respect wrestling, right?
Well, I'll say
and
that.
I think that's changed.
Hey, look,
that's
Rick,
all.
Look, this is not Enzo's not in this match. This
Well, I
match
know.
is not about Enzo. But I'll just say the demeanor's just changed here, right? Rocky Romero really flipped it on. I think you can tell that this young, vibrant athlete in Casey Navarro was really getting the better of him. And now that he seems to have found a bit of momentum for his own, trying to use that ring like a weapon again, total veteran move. And it really is. We got about a decade and a half between these two men. In that time, as great as Rocky's doing in this bout and has had some wonderful singles matches here, we're talking about an 8-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. I mean, one of the best to ever hold the tag ropes in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Rocky Romero in his second appearance here at Warrior Wrestling, and you got to go back almost 2 years to the day. This is kind of weird when you look at it, right? December the 13th, 2019, Warrior Wrestling 7 as Romero with the back suplex. It was Amazing Red. They kick out at one there. Amazing Red and Chaos. Rocky Romero and Will Ospreay with a win over the Rascals.
Oh, and look at that. KC was trying to get to his feet. Rocky Romero stamping down on the fingers and now trying to really take advantage of that left arm there. He's kicking it, he's hitting on it, trying to hyperextend it. And Casey Navarro here now getting wrenched by Rocky Romero. And this is where you're going to really find out where the rubber meets the road with a guy, or a kid, I should say, Casey Navarro. And Rocky Romero dumping him like a bag of trash to the outside.
And Navarro wasn't able to grab the middle rope on the way out.
No,
he just got dumped right down to the floor.
Real easy way to fall right on your head there. And now Rocky Romero, it looks like he's trying to make him eat the steel. What's he trying to do with this guardrail?
Trying to clear, clearing some of the fans out from the front row.
And Rocky pitching Casey Navarro over the guardrail.
Navarro fighting back though.
And Rocky Romero, what
is
KC doing?
Ahead of steam, it leaps over.
Oh, and he managed to get a piece of him there. Looked like a Hurricane Rana, but Casey Navarro fell on the back of his head. The referee doing a great job here, checking in on him. But regardless of the fall, KC's up top. Rocky's on the ground.
Navarro able to adjust. Rocky missed with the clothesline. Whoa.
Satellite
big DDT.
Wow. And Rocky Romero looking like he's seen a ghost here right now. I don't think he expected that from young Casey Navarro here. KC showing why he does have that contenders medallion, showing why he is a threat at any given time. And the fans here tonight at Tinley Park, temporary home for Warrior Wrestling tonight as we spend a rare night away from Marion Catholic High School. Money from the show still going, by the way, to support Marion Catholic. Help send students to college, scholarship. And KC now like a man on a mission. And Rocky Romero able to turn it around briefly, but a nice low kick there, sweep the leg from KC.
Navarro with a double stomp.
Over the top, right onto the ring apron, and KC once again back up top, Rich.
Navarro with the frog splash, cover. Romero out at 2.
And that was very, very close there. We've seen KC Navarro put away contenders in the past with that big frog splash, and now looking very frustrated as KC Navarro slams the apron, asking the fans here in Tinley Park to feed him some energy so he can start to turn things around against Romero.
Looking for sliced bread. Romero counters. Oh!
And trying to dislocate that shoulder is Rocky Romero as he broke it over his own shoulder as well.
On Romero. He smells blood.
And the veteran here wrenching away at KC Navarro's arm. KC wounded, trying to fight out, and yeah, with a nice forearm there right to the face of Rocky Romero. You can see him quickly collapse back into the corner, tending to his left arm.
Romero out of the way. Turns it right back around with a corner clothesline.
And look at Rocky here. He's having fun with him now. He's toying with him, Rich.
Casey able to duck under the clothesline. Oh, wow, not that time though. Into the cover, Romero for the win.
Oh, so close. Yeah, a little stand the lariat Hansen there from Rocky Romero, turning KC Navarro inside out. You know, that's the thing is Rocky Romero may not be the biggest dog in the fight, but you look at the fight that dog just brought right there. I mean, really laying it in right across the throat, the upper chest of KC Navarro, and you can see KC there still feeling the effects of that.
Boy, he is all bruised up.
He is. Look right there on the inside of his arm.
The side of his face as well. All sorts of bumps and bruises. Romero looking for sliced bread in the corner. Answered by Navarro, snapmare. No!
And KC still feeling the pain there in his left arm, even as he tries to get some momentum.
Big uppercut, now a slap to the side of the head, answered with a kick by Navarro.
Desperation kick is what that looked like to me.
Unable to get into the cover. Romero seeing stars. Navarro trying to get his win back. Hashtag is Warrior17. Get into the conversation on social media. Let us know everything sounds good, everything looks good. If you're enjoying tonight's event. Right now, Navarro and Rocky Romero both trying to get to their feet.
Yeah, and it's such a memorable show here. Coming off of Warrior Sweet 16 last time, Bret the Hitman Hart in the house here. We're going to have fellow Team Chaos member Will Ospreay on deck for the main event here tonight. And these two men up on their knees, exchanging blows, trying to find some kind of a way in. And I don't know that KC Navarro's ever been hit as hard as Rocky Romero is hitting him in this match here right now. And bringing out the fighter in Navarro. Yeah, some kind of laceration across the side of Navarro, it looks like. And Rocky Romero using KC Navarro, the only way I can explain it is like a punching bag, right? Like a hanging bag that you just kind of go off on after you had a bad day.
Kind of get the sense here, too, that, whoa, let's say that Rocky almost wants to see what Casey's made of. Big high knee right into the chin.
And look, let's be honest here, right? You impress Rocky Romero, could open a lot of forbidden doors for you, right?
Navarro, sunset bomb, cover. Oh! So close.
I thought he might have had Rocky Romero's number there.
And Navarro's like, how did that not put him away?
And now they got a nice tight shot of that, what I thought was a laceration on the side. It just looks like the imprint of Rocky Romero's boot.
Yeah, it certainly does.
On the side of his face. Rocky kicked KC Navarro so hard at some point in this match, literally left an impression of his boot on the side of his face.
Navarro misses with the kick, another high knee. Whoa, wait a minute. No! Romero. Sliced bread. Cover.
Oh, wow.
And
and
the arm
into that
breaker.
Yep. Okay.
Navarro is in a desperate situation here.
And Rocky Romero able to just kind of kick him in the head until he was able to break that. Here he goes,
Hold
KC.
on. Navarro nearly put it away. Small package. Could this do it? No.
And KC Navarro giving it everything he's got right now. You got to give the kid some credit.
Big kick. Navarro again to the corner. Off the ropes, looking for the DDT, countered by Romero, looking for the brain buster. No, Falcon Arrow into the
And
arm
right
breaker.
back in that arm breaker, Rich.
And that's it, Navarro tapping out. Navarro bridged up, but had nowhere to go. Romero with the win via submission.
Well, what an outstanding outing from Rocky Romero here tonight at Warrior 17. That's the kind of wrestling that Warrior Wrestling fans show up and expect here, Rich. You know, hard-hitting, athletic, fast-paced, and just really top-tier names. I mean, this was the whole package. Both these men here showed up and they delivered. And of course, I would have to, I guess, consider this an upset, even though Rocky is the more veteran, just because of that Contenders medallion that KC Navarro holds. Like, you know, if KC Navarro decides to cash in that medallion sometime in the near future and somehow becomes Warrior champion, does that make Rocky Romero next in line for a championship opportunity?
Very well could, and you know, you see two different generations. KC Navarro and Rocky Romero. What a matchup here tonight. Romero with the win. Navarro will live to fight another day and perhaps bide his time and decide when he wants to cash in that #1 contendership.
Let's stop talking about it and let's be about it, Will Ospreay!